Richard here, and in this video I'm gonna go into why confidence isn't really needed to manifest your goals, and why you need something more unconditional like faith, and why faith is needed to cultivate unconditional confidence rather than you huffing and puffing your chest and trying to believe that you're confident. And by the end of this video, you're going to fully understand why confidence is completely useless when it comes to manifesting things that you simply don't believe is possible. And I'm going to link a video at the end of this video that goes into faith and how to actually cultivate unconditional confidence. So before I get started, if you want to get instant access to my free digital ebook, Manifest Your Ideal Life Faster, this book goes into the 5 principles that I've accumulated throughout my journey. And these 5 principles have made a reality creation a lot easier for me, and it's allowed me to master my internal world so then I could master my external world as well. If you want to get instant access to this book, the link is in the description box below. So go down in the description and click the link at the very top to get instant access to this book for completely free. But without further ado, let's get started. It's very common for people to think that confidence is important when it comes to manifesting, because if you know about the law of attraction, you would know that confidence is a higher neutral vibration rather than low vibrational frequencies such as anger and fear and guilt. And so, being confident, it enables you to have a sense of self-worth, and feeling worthy of your manifestations is very, very important, to be fair. And so I understand why people think that confidence is crucial when it comes to manifesting your goals. And I used to think the same way. And with more smaller goals, like manifesting some unexpected money or manifesting a quick text from your specific person or an ex, manifesting a check in the mail, maybe a job offer. I mean, it could be anything, but more short-term desires, it's a lot easier to feel confident. But when it comes to more longer-term goals, like manifesting a successful business, or manifesting a long-term relationship, manifesting your dream body, more longer-term goals, you'll find that people don't feel as confident in themselves, because they'll hit a point where they're seeing a bit of results and then it just declines out of nowhere. And that can really affect your sense of confidence, because then you don't know what's happening. You don't know why your life is suddenly not working in your favor, even though it was a little while ago. This is an inevitable part of the manifestation process. You will see a bit of results. No matter what desire you have, you'll see a bit of results, but then it'll look as if things have just flipped completely and life is just not going your way. It'll look that way. There are also cases where, when it comes to manifesting your dreams, people, they perceive it themselves to be impossible for them, even though there is proof out there that other people have most likely manifested what they want. This pedestalization, perceiving the dream as impossible, is what makes it very difficult to feel worthy and to actually feel confident in yourself, and if you can even manifest that thing in the first place. 3 reasons as to why people struggle to feel confident about manifesting their goals is, number 1 is that their reality contradicts what they want to believe in. You'll see a lot of people who want to make a 180 shift in their life, but their whole life is contradictory. Their life is the exact opposite of what they want to have. and are constantly seeing what they don't want. And so their belief in being able to manifest what they do want is constantly challenged because they're always noticing the reality that they don't want. And they unconsciously confirm that to be true. They hold this to be true. And so it remains in their life. Number 2 is a disempowering social circle. So your family, your friends, your peers, your teachers, social conditioning. The people around you, if you leak your goals to other people and you receive a disempowering response in return, that could really affect you, especially if it's from the people that you care about. And the third one is simply the inner doubts, the fears, and the insecurities that pop up along your journey. With each and every decision that you make, there's always a little doubt there. Man, what if I fail? What if this doesn't work out for me? If I fail, what will my friends think of me? What will my family think of me? Will I be a failure for the rest of my life? It can really get that bad. For every decision, there will always be doubt that creeps back up. And I can relate to that. With every decision, your mind is constantly thinking the worst case scenario. And while to a certain extent, that is a good thing in my opinion, it could definitely take hold of you in a disempowering way. And this can even limit your manifesting potential. With these 3 reasons, you'll notice that it's very hard to sustain an unconditional sense of confidence when your reality contradicts what you want to see, when the people around you don't give you support, they're very disempowering, and when inner doubts and fears constantly pop up with every decision that you take. With these 3 things, it's very hard to cultivate and sustain an unconditional sense of confidence. To combat this, most people resort to affirmations and subliminal messaging and NLP, any form of programming to feel more confident. And personally speaking, that is what I relied on too. Any other form of programming to rewire the subconscious mind and to program your mind to become more confident. Now, it does work, and I'm not saying that it doesn't have any merit. I'm not saying that people haven't gotten results from it. To be fair, I've gotten results from it, but personally speaking, I found that affirmations and any form of audio programming, they weren't really sustainable. They didn't give me lasting results. I always found myself referring back to the affirmations after a few days of listening to it. I would feel confident for a few days, but then doubts would always creep back up, and I always just resorted to the affirmations to give me a sense of calm and security. And most people do this too. When they're listening to these affirmations, they feel confident for a little while, but then the doubts always come back up. Oh my God, I'm lying to myself. What if I fail? I could really fail. This may not work out. What am I doing? Why am I doing this? Why don't I just listen to my family? Why don't I just listen to my friends? I should just settle. I don't want to do this. They'll creep back up, and you'll go back to the affirmations, and then you're going to feel like, you know what? I am confident. I am assertive. I am certain. I am assured. But then a few days later, the doubts come back up again. So you end up referring back to the affirmations time and time again. And this could manifest into a codependent relationship where you're relying on these affirmations to feel confident. I didn't really think about it when I was doing it, but I understand now that relying on this external thing to feel confident was never really confidence in the first place. Real confidence is unconditional. But yeah, you may feel a bit more confident, you may feel a bit more certain in yourself, but those psychological effects, they typically wear off after a few days, and you will find yourself going back to that same audio track to feel more confident. But even then, you'll find that the audio track isn't as potent as it used to be when you first started listening to it. Of course, techniques are a great starting point, but the effects aren't really sustainable over time. Eventually, you have to distill the core principles behind the manifestation and actually using that instead of relying on this external thing to feel something that should already be cultivated from within. So, with this being said, what do you do? What do you do to actually feel genuinely confident? Like, you're not huffing and puffing your chest and trying to affirm to yourself, I am confident, there is no doubt in my mind. And instead, you're actually self-assured. You don't need to tell yourself so many times that you are confident. What do you do? And the answer to that is, there's no real actions that you need to take to feel more confident. You only need to embrace a different perspective. You need to look at confidence from a place of unconditionality and faith. But before I get into the video that goes into faith, I'm going to give you more context on how confidence works and why trying to be confident in itself is pointless. So, the emotions that most people want to feel, like confidence, assurance, certainty, peace, these emotions by themselves, you can't really cultivate them and sustain them, whether you're using affirmations or not. And what I've found is that these emotions, they all stem from gaining clarity about how you'll get from point A to point B in your life, how you actually achieve your desired goal. Because again, when it comes to manifesting your ideal life, most people don't know how they're gonna get to X, Y, and Z. So, when it comes to manifesting a successful business, most people don't know what kind of business they'll start up. They don't know what niche they'll be in. They don't know a lot of things, to be honest. They're just so vague about it. They just think to themselves, oh, well, I just want to make a lot of money, be financially free, have a lot of time, and I'm good. But that's too vague. It's too foggy. And so they don't have certainty because they lack clarity. It all stems from clarity. When you become clear on where it is that you need to go, but how to actually get there, you naturally become more confident without forcing yourself to, because then you're clear, you're not uncertain. Even if you force yourself to feel confident, it's very hard to sustain it because you just lack clarity. Keep in mind that most people are very uncertain about their life and where they want to take their life and how they'll even get from point A to point B to achieve their big goals and the things that they actually want to experience. The thing about clarity is that it can only be obtained by taking the steps towards this vague vision that you may have right now and actually gaining clarity through experience. That is the truth about clarity. Clarity isn't really an overnight process. You can definitely get clear through different exercises and different practices, but crystal clear clarity can only be obtained through experience and putting yourself out there. And because of this uncertainty that most people have when it comes to the how, as in how they'll actually get to their desired goal, the uncertainty keeps them stuck. They cannot get started on this path to actually gaining the clarity because they're held back by their uncertainty. They never actually get clear about where they want to go in life, and so they never have the confidence to go along with them. Because again, They're not willing to get clear. They're not willing to get started. And keep in mind that belief also stems from clarity. You know, having the belief in yourself that you can achieve your desired goals, it all stems from clarity as well. So even with belief, most people try to believe that what they want is possible when they simply can't, because again, maybe their reality just contradicts what they want to see. And so trying to believe is pointless. A big myth that's out there is that you really need confidence to manifest your goals. But that's actually not true. You don't need confidence to manifest your goals. I really want you to think about this. Most people make it a condition to feel confident, and then they can manifest their goals. But really think about this. Most people perceive confidence to be an external entity. They think of confidence as something that's external rather than something that's within. And so this pedestalization of this external confidence is what makes it hard to feel confident. And so confidence isn't necessary to manifest your goals, but most people make it a condition. They make it as if it needs to be there in order for them to get started along their path. And that's why they stay stuck. They never get started, and they never gain the clarity that is required for them to actually manifest what they truly want. But right now, they may not understand what they truly want because their goal right now is vague. And if they want to get clear, they need to get started. It really is that simple. Clarity is only gained by taking steps towards a vague goal despite having the lack of confidence. Then over time, as you get clear, you'll naturally become more confident. But with the uncertainty, with the doubt, with the insecurity, with the fear, you'll find that most people are subdued by that. Those insecurities, right? They subdue people. It's because of this fear that most people can't act. And so they never get clear on where they want to be in life. And taking steps towards this vague goal without any clear vision can breed a lot of doubt and uncertainty. And so most people, they want to believe that it's possible. But I say you don't really need to. You don't have to believe to get started. Stop trying to believe that you're confident, and stop trying to believe that what you want to manifest is possible when you simply don't feel that way. Stop trying to feel confident when you simply can. Because again, it stems from clarity. And if you don't get started, you'll never get clear anyways. So just stop trying. Don't even try. Don't just drop the game altogether. Instead, embrace something that is more unconditional. Embrace something that is faith. Because faith is what's needed to manifest the goals that you perceive to be impossible. And faith is also needed for you to embark on a journey of uncertainty and fear. And keep in mind that faith and belief are two completely different things. Don't confuse faith and belief. Know that they're two completely different perspectives, and you need to embrace faith because faith is unconditional. It doesn't require you to be confident. It doesn't require you to believe yourself. It doesn't require anything. It's unconditional. This is what's needed if you want to manifest the extraordinary into your life. So I urge you to check out this video over here. I go deeper into what faith is and why belief isn't really needed to manifest your goals, and also how to cultivate this unconditional sense of faith into your life to actually manifest the things that appear to be impossible. And again, the ebook is in the description below if you want to get instant access to this book, remember to go in the description and click that link so you can get your free copy. And without further ado, see you next time. Peace.